Shalom. First thing and foremost, we give all praises and glory and honor is due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakodah. I'd like to give double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and rule well. Blessings and salutations to the whole elect. Those in this gospel, broad, lift up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is a lesson through the Spirit. This may have came, still pretty recent article that came out March 29th. 2024, which is roughly a little bit over a month ago. The FBI visiting people's homes based on social media posts and basically harassing people that post up certain things that they deem to be rhetorical, I guess. And I say it that way because we know that with this new anti-Semitic bill, with this hate speech shit, we know that they're cracking down on people and they're ultimately trying to bully people into not speaking out against the small hats and revealing the government for what it really is, tyrannical. So there's a video of the alleged FBI showing up at this lady's doorstep, and she basically, she told them off, and they went. But this is basically, what brothers are gonna have to be going through, man. Okay, this is coming down the wire. This is coming down the pipe, and this is prophecy, man, persecution. Because as time progresses and we're teaching the word, people are going to start to harass us. Some brothers, phone calls, some brothers are, people trolling them, following them, jobs, asking questions, family members, all types of shit, man. All because of what we speak and what we teach. And really it's this devil running scared, But the thing of it is we have the protection of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. I like a lot of times, like with celebrities, when they're speaking out against the elite, they get threatened phone calls and people show up to their house and eliminate them. But with the men of the Lord, they understand that we have the truth and we have the true name. So they're very strategic on how they want to tread with us. But there will come a time that Esau is going to come after us, guns blazing. And we're going to have to solely depend on the Holy Spirit to deliver us from the said tyranny, man, because it's gonna get real bad out here. As when society collapses, chaos ensues in the streets, blackouts like shit. Missouri and Kansas, basically they got hit with another cyber attack. Okay, I believe 911 is down in parts of Missouri. Also, the health departments and particular businesses and corporations had their records leaked and hacked. And this all happened over a 2-week span, and it's still continuing to go. So we understand that they're getting ready to do something, man, to calm before the storm. So don't be surprised, man. Sooner than later, you start seeing blackouts in these cities, the grids going down, and them giving some type of twisted narrative as to why. Okay. But anyway, I'm going to go into the article, and it's a couple of videos I'm going to play, and it's going to be that. But it says, 2 videos have gone viral on X showing FBI agents visiting people's houses to ask questions about offensive social media posts, which that ain't their right to do it. Like, people could post what the fuck they want to post. Okay, what happened to your constitutional rights? And the crazy part about it is that these alphabet gangs claim to uphold the Constitution, but yeah, you showing up at people's house because of what they post. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. And you know what? It's going to come to a time people going to start to buck up against the system. Like right now, cops and you alphabet people, you're not really in a safe predicament because people were waking up to it. People were like, you know what? You've impinged on our freedoms enough. You've took it from us. You've oppressed us. Okay, you've overpriced us. You basically priced us out of living. People are at the point now, hey, they just going to start having a way with you. So, hey, you show up on the wrong person's doorstep. Hey, you may not, you may get that, you may get that, meet that adversity. Because that's one thing about Esau, man. He feels like he can bully people into doing his will, but people ain't going for that shit no more. But it says the first clip shows 3 people who claim to be FBI agents visiting a woman called Rolla Abu Jawad at her home in Stillwater, Oklahoma, which I believe Oklahoma is like a red state if I'm not mistaken. So definitely. But it says the woman asked them to identify themselves, but they refused to do so while being filmed for claiming they had already shown IDs. So it says, wow, the FBI reportedly sent agents to a woman's house in Stillwater, Oklahoma, to question her over the political beliefs that she posted on Facebook. unless these guys are impersonating federal agents. This is a very serious red line they've crossed. And they're doing this because they understand how docile and imp-minded you Americans are. They're like, well, shit, you let us tax you. You let us put you on the Title 4D. You let us hit you with mortgages. I mean, you let us put poison in your foods. Then that means we can silence you too, you know? But this is the video here. So I'm gonna play this like 3 minutes long and then, you know, precepts come.
Can we just move in front of the house so the dogs don't go crazy? I need you to identify yourself and let me take imagery of your IDs.
I'm not going to show you my credentials on the phone.
So you said you were with the FBI? And why won't you show me your credentials?
We did. I showed you my
I didn't take a look at them. I said, 1 second, I'll be right back. Are you going to show me your credentials or no?
Yeah, we did already. So, and we identified ourselves. So what we'd like to do...
I didn't look at your credentials. Again, I didn't verify.
You could look at the Edomite bitch. Look at her, this Edomite devil right here. You can see it in her face. You know, they on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Tyrannical. And you can't even take it serious at this point because they know they in the wrong. You can look at her face and know that she ain't... You can tell they in the wrong. That's why she ain't even looking at old girl. Because they know they don't have a right to be there. So what, people? People can post Elvis is alive all day. They don't give you a right to show up at people's houses and try to harass them about what they can post. Especially when you spied and put intel on people, false narratives. And like with all these cyber attacks and all this other stuff. Dude, they're behind it, man. How the hell they know all this shit is going to happen? You know, they want to say all the cyber attacks, this, and we got people that's hacking our infrastructures. Man, if you knew all that, then you have the means to stop it, right? But why haven't you stopped it? Because they're the ones that's behind the shit. Let them tell it.
Verify them. I told you to wait, and I went inside.
What we'd like to do is just have a conversation with you about some social media posts that you've made. Would you be willing to talk to us today about that?
No, I would not. I would like you to later talk on with my lawyer.
Okay.
Do you have identification cards? No. No. I'll get back to you.
Okay. All right.
Do you mind having your attorney contact the FBI office in Oklahoma City?
What's the number? What are the names of the agents?
I'll Google it for you.
So you're refusing to identify yourselves. Again, I did not take a look.
Okay. So the phone number for the FBI in Oklahoma City is 405-290-7770.
Okay.
If you can just call me with your name, then he'll get your contact with us, and I'll be happy to speak.
And tell him that Facebook flagged me for posts.
Facebook gave us a couple screenshots of your accounts.
Okay. So we no longer live in a free country and we can't say what we want?
No, we totally do. That's why we're not here to arrest you or anything like that.
Well, you can't arrest me for freedom of speech. We live in America.
Correct.
Exactly. So it's kind of weird that you want to come talk to me about...
Right, and she said it. She said, you can't arrest me for freedom of speech because we're in America. But see, this is why they're trying to do away with the Constitution, because they don't want you to be able to speak freely on things that they're doing. Okay?
Me exercising my freedom of speech.
We do this every day, all day long, talk to people.
Okay.
It's just an effort to keep everybody safe, make sure that nobody has any ill will or bad intent or anything like that. And we've got no reason to believe necessarily that that's you, and that's why we just wanted to have a conversation.
So do you have a conversation with everybody on the neighborhood?
Do you have information from anybody else in the neighborhood?
I mean, all I've done is exercise my right as an American citizen on a public social media platform with my personal opinions. Correct? Okay. Most of the individuals, right, in America, especially older generation, right, have Facebook. Are you questioning all the citizens in America?
We certainly do. We have any sort of concerns.
Okay, so you have concerns about my personal opinions?
If you don't want to talk to us, then you can
I'm definitely not going to have a talk with you.
thank you for your time this morning, and feel free to reach out to us.
Okay, they're so-called FBI.
And what they're doing, they're trying to intimidate people. So now, by her doing that, now she opened up the door for more harassment now, because the fact that she won that battle against them, they could find other ways to mess with her, man. You know, this is another video here. I think it was 2 of them.
Especially when talking about how you she's not going. I was hoping to see if I could have a couple minutes more time. Sorry. Is there a chance I can take a back and talk to her? What's it about? It's about the Baton Rouge subject.
Yep, and that's just basically the gist of it, man. So yeah, they're cracking down, all right? And this is what basically, you know, the man of the Lord, we gonna have to deal with that shit sooner than later. It's coming down the pipe that, you know, people that's speaking out against this place and establishing Yahweh Shah's words, it will be an issue. This is why they monitor our videos, man. I know a video I did last week, it took like 2 days for it to process because they were monitoring the video. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna get real grimy. But anyway, this is the book of Acts 12, and I'm gonna start at 1. And it says, "Now about that time Herod the king stretched forth his hand to vex certain of the church, and he killed James, the brother of John, with the sword." Okay, those were the authorities at that time, the governors. Okay, and under these jurisdictions, they give these cops and shit like that ability to harass people, man. Okay, the men of the Lord had to go through it. At times, the men of the Lord had to flee for their lives because of the words that they spoke. As we just read in the last lesson, Jeremiah, he was basically thrown in a mire pit, man, to kill him off, or to drown him, or to bury him alive because of the simple fact of what he was speaking. You see? And it says here, and he killed the brother of John, and he killed James, the brother of John, with a sword, because he saw it pleased the Jews, and proceeded to take Peter also. Then there were the days of unleavened bread. And when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison, and delivered him to the 4 quaternions of soldiers, to keep him attending after Easter, to bring him forth to the people. And that word Easter is really translated to Passover, Pesach. Okay, and it's crazy how they put that in there, because clearly here, and it proves it, unleavened bread and then Easter. Unleavened bread and Passover is the same thing, you know. And it says here, Peter was therefore kept in prison, but prayer was made without ceasing of the church of the Most High for him. All right, and what was the reason why Peter was thrown in prison? Because he was speaking out against the tyranny of Esau at that time, man, and the wicked Jakes. He was speaking the words of Yahweh. Therefore, he was kept in prison, but prayer was made without ceasing of the church of Yahweh unto him. And when Herod would have brought him forth, the same night Peter was sleeping between 2 soldiers, bound with 2 chains, and the keepers before the door kept prison. And an angel of the Lord came upon him, and a light shined in the prison, and he smote Peter on the side and raised him up, and said, "Arise up quickly." And his chains fell off his hands. And the angel said unto him, "Gird thyself and bind on thy sandals." And so he did. And he said unto them, "Cast thy garments about thee, and follow me." And he went out and followed him, and wist not that it was true which was done by an angel, but thought he saw a vision. So he thought he was in a vision, but basically he got delivered out of prison. Okay, which shows you that the Lord is gonna, which shows you that the Most High is, and he's gonna send angels to deliver us. And I've always had this thought, or you could say epiphany, that certain brothers may be getting delivered up to the guillotine, and then an angel can lead you right out the side door. You know, and it puts me in the mindset of reading the scripture. And it says, and when they were past the first and second ward, they came into the iron gate that leaded into the city, which opened to them of his own accord. And they went out and passed on through one street, and forthwith the angel departed from him. Okay, so that's the point. He knew that the Lord had delivered him from prison, but I always pictured some brothers are going to a guillotine. You know, we all shackled up and shit. And then, you know, the angel could come in the form of a soldier. He'd come in the form of a guard. You would never know. And you already know they call your name up. Hey, such and such, come on, you next. You get your head cut off, and then all of a sudden, you know, the angel come and get you out of jail. It appears that he's walking you up to the guillotine, but he's releasing your shackles, and then he sends you down a long corridor, and basically you get out of the prison, and you out of there, man. So you're going to have things that's going to happen like that for brothers. You know, you're going to have things like that that's going to take place, that's going to transpire if you have faith to believe that. Okay, because this devil, he ain't going to play fair. Like the scriptures say, Esau is coming down with great wrath, man. He doesn't play fair. All right. So this is the book of 2 Timothy 3, and I'm going to start at verses 11. It says, persecutions and afflictions which came unto me unto Antioch and Iconium and Lystra, what persecutions I've endured, but out of all them the Lord delivered me. And this is a form of persecution. They was persecuting that lady. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's going to be on a whole different level when they shut down the grid and they decide to roll on people they deem to be against the New World Order. That's when they're going to start trying to pop up and pay brothers a visit. When you were we got record of you out there speaking on the streets and saying the white man is the devil and that the JJs ain't the people, whatever concocted shit they can try to hinder on us, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what Esau's gonna do. But hey, as we read in Matthews 10, don't think about what you're gonna say. The Spirit of the Lord gonna be with you. You know what I'm saying? And we anticipate it, so we gonna do all right in that day. At least I believe it. Ain't gonna be no timber. Nah, we gonna do all right because we know that this is, man, look, this is for our crown. Fuck all that bullshit, man. Hey, the best thing we can do is when they come for us is to tell them like it is. Hey, look, man, this is what it is. Because we've been telling the whole world this message anyway, and it's coming to a time that everybody gonna hear about it. You know, many times I wanted to speak up at work and just rebuke everybody and tell them what it was. I feel like that all the time, but I'm not gonna do that, of course. But I feel like that all the time. So how much more when these devils, can you get the confound their ass? In my mindset, you're gonna try to put me to death anyway. So hey, why not go out with a bang, right? But the reality of it is most of us, we're not gonna perish on this side, man. Some brothers are gonna get guillotined and get the judgment and whatever, or whatever they deem necessary, gas chain, whatever. But overall, man, we gonna be okay because the Lord is gonna raise up pockets of salvation throughout this time of Jacob's trouble, man. Okay, because they gonna come after brothers with all they got, and the Lord really gonna have to intervene. That's why it tells us in Daniel 12. But it says here, but yea, and all that will live godly in Yahushua should suffer persecution, man, okay? And we are persecuted for this truth. We're being persecuted by our families, by our jobs, by your women, by your children. We're being persecuted on all sides, man, and that's the result of it, and it's going to come a time that the persecution is going to be more direct because as time progresses, they're going to try to deem us unworthy people. They may try to have your face on the news or on a billboard. You know how like when you got a fucking crazy warrant out or you are wanted for something, for like a capital punishment, then they putting your face on the billboards and they saying, well, look, if you find this individual, we give you $12,000, to the point they'll put a bounty on your head, like they did John Wick. They put like a $26 million bounty on that dude's head, man. And they still couldn't kill him, but that's the point, Let's go here, Revelation 12. Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down to you having great wrath, because he knoweth he have but a short time. Great wrath because he have but a short time. So this is why they're ramping up. This is why they're passing bills in order to keep certain people out of the limelight, but yet to demonize the true followers of Yahushua. Okay, this is why FBI is knocking on people's doors, persecuting them, asking them questions about a social media post. People can post what the fuck they want to post on their social media. And it's like she said, it's a public platform. This is why they want to do away with your First Amendment, because they don't want you to be able to freely speak against the bullshit they're doing. Okay, and at the end of the day, all these people, they're going to be destroyed. They're going to get the missiles, man. Okay, this place is going to be destroyed right along with them in it. So regardless of it, they're not going to prevail. Yeah, they may be able to, do what they got to do for the time being, but overall, they're not going to win this battle. Okay, Esau he's ice skating uphill, overweight. He ain't going to make it, bro. His New World Order ain't going to make it. He going to get to the point that it's established, but he ain't going to get it. That's the good thing about it is, out of all this thing he's doing, it's a futile effort, bro. It looks good. It looks like, damn, he may actually win. He ain't going to win shit. He ain't winning now. He got people in his own fucking cabinets opposing him. Bro, they said that a lot of Democrats and Republicans oppose that anti-schematic bill. They said that. So I'm assuming that that bipartisan bill and that vote, I'm assuming that that had a lot to do with the higher ups, man. They manipulated them votes, because I guarantee you a lot of them people, part of that Congress shit, didn't vote on that, because they was like, wait a minute, man, let's do away with what we got to say about these motherfuckers, because half the people in Congress don't like that guy Netanyahu, you know what, who anyway. They like, man, this dude is a fucking warmonger. He's a criminal. You know, they just got to support him, but still, they don't like that dude, because they understand that he's going to lead them into this third world war, and they know they can't win a war with Russia. This is why Biden is trying to redact out of it, because he knows he can't win a war with Russia. He don't have the manpower, nor do you have the firepower, nor do you have the courage. You know? One last precept. Isaiah 59:17. It says, so shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy should come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against them. Okay, that's the point. And they're going to come in as a flood. They're going to have their paramilitary troops. They're going to have their troops. They're going to have their FEMA troops surrounding brothers' houses and kicking in doors and pointing guns at people. And certain brothers going to get caught up and thrown and put in FEMA camps and, you know, in prison for this word. But a lot of us going to get away from that, man. A lot of us going to be on the run. A lot of us going to be hiding. A lot of us going to be in bunkers, just hiding out, you know, until the Lord sees fit. So regardless of it, man, you know, Yahweh Shem Yahushua have his hand of protection around us. But I'm going to end it there, giving our praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Lord's will, you were edified into the next lesson. Shalom.